There we go. Okay. I was falling behind on, like, stuff. I was like, look, I gotta get, like at least, like, laundry before I start thinking about, like, streaming. Better. Okay. I'm not, like, crazy about the current map in Splatoon, but I was like, the loadout's not bad. I can deal with that. But the map is Bone Rattle. She isn't terrible, but just, you know. Make sure everything's working. Oh, where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. I think we're okay. I also didn't realize that the wild card was this weekend. But I think what I can do is, I think Friday, you know, Friday is, you know, inaugural beginning of spooky month for me. So I think, like, I have to start Vampire on Friday. But my leaning is, like, you know, I want to do at least, like, 2 streams of that, like, a week. So I think what I can do is do Friday, Vampire. And then Saturday, I think we could probably do, like, the wild card. You know? Because then Sunday, I can just go back to Vampire. And that count, you know, that's 2 streams of Vampire, so... Because I hate to miss a wild card. Those usually are really fun. Yeah, I haven't seen the Final Fantasy side of it because I don't have, I think you have to have finished Dawn Trail, and I'm still working my way through Dawn Trail. But I did watch, a streamer I like, him and, like, 2 of his pals, tried to take on Omega. And I was like, oh my god, they even used the music from the game, and... the damage numbers are like Final Fantasy XIV styled. You know, the duty commenced, duty complete, and the victory music, that's all straight from Final Fantasy XIV. I recognized all of that. And of course I recognized Omega, but... let me make sure that this is... Oh, it is, okay. I was just making sure this was capturing. There we go. Is it? I thought the one I saw somebody showing off, it looked like it was the, that it might have been based on the Omega, human form. Because you fight Omega as, Oh, okay. That's probably what I saw then. Because yeah, there's one that I saw that I was like, oh, that's based on what you call it? Damn it. The twins. I don't actually remember what they're called. There we go. Uh-oh, are we finally getting some stick drift? What was that about? Or was I just bumping it? I might have been bumping it. Yeah, because Omega as the like robot is I think like the first part of that fight. And then you unlock one where you fight like these two gigantic like twins that are basically Omega's like I guess I think it's like the forms he took after he collected a bunch of combat data, I think. And their armor is very like barely armor, you know? Like it's like both of them are wearing very little and it's very tight. I think their names literally are Omega M and Omega F, I think. It's been a while. The last time I was doing that fight, we were... Oh, Alpha's in it? That's funny. I have the Omega, like the minion, and then I have the Omega mount. The Omega mount's fun because it actually plays the battle music while you're riding around on it. But yeah, once I caught up on stuff, I was like, you know what? I still kind of do feel like doing maybe like a little bit of Sploon. Could be fun. I don't know if it's going to be like a long stream because I'm a little tired after several like longer than usual streams. Yeah, I saw whoa, I saw the group I was watching. They managed to finish, but then somebody was like, um, "Is this the Savage version?" Which is that's in Final Fantasy 14, and I was like, "Wait, they did that in Monster Hunter?" And one of the guys playing was like, "No, that was not Savage." He was like, "Look, Savage is basically like, when the music picks up and like, like the second phase starts, in Savage, that's the whole fight." He is constantly, the music's already playing. He is already at that levels of aggression and he's trying to kill you. And I was like, "Oh shit." Yeah, from what I was seeing, it really was kind of like a Final Fantasy fight. Like, paying attention to what he's casting to know where it's, like, where things are going to hit. Because that's in Final Fantasy a lot. They do the floor is lava, where you'll have, like, the floor turn orange to let you know you need to not be here. But, other times, they will just start using a move, and you need to pay attention to what it says. Because it'll say something like, left swipe or something like that. And if you're on that left side when it goes off, you're not going to have time to get away from it. He's going to hit you with it. And it looked like that was what was happening with Omega. It looked like there was a bunch of, like, you need to be paying attention to what he's casting so you know where not to be so he doesn't murder you. Which I thought was pretty cool. I like when they integrate all the, like, little mechanics of the collab, like, franchise or whatever. I mean, like I said, that makes sense because it looked like a Final Fantasy 14, like, raid to me. Like, from what I was seeing, I was like, man, this looks more Final Fantasy than it does Monster Hunter. Wait a minute, am I getting some weird drift? I can't tell. What was that about? Ow. But yeah, I mean, the last Monster Hunter collab we got was really cool because it was very, Monster Hunter themed in Final Fantasy. Like, they actually changed the mechanics of the game for the collab fight, which was really cool. I think I've talked about it before, but, like, there's no, like, revives, You know, like healers cannot cast revives on players because it uses the Monster Hunter system of carding. So like if you run out of HP, you just go down, and then that's one cart. And if the entire and then you respawn. And if the party reaches 3 downs total, the fight just ends. Doesn't matter who's up, doesn't matter like how well you were doing. If you reach 3 downs total, it's over, just like Monster Hunter. So I thought that was really cool. You know, I'm not sure where I'd be more effective. I guess for now, like this. How was that a miss? Oop. Get in! Damn. Bitch. That was an actual... Yeah, I picked the Switch version, but only because I'm thinking of, like, unlike most people, I'm thinking of, like, what's going to be the least painful. And, like, last I checked, the Switch version's, like, online stuff is basically, like, kind of dead. And so I was like, well, you know, I mean, the last thing you want when you're new to Souls games is being invaded by some troll that just comes into your game and murders you. So I was like, maybe they should just play, like, the Switch, you know, remake, because from what I understand, that one is almost completely, like, dead community-wise. Nope. Oh my god. Like, I can't save you if you're gonna hide in the masses of the enemies where I can't reach you. But yeah, so that's why I voted that. Of course, with how the stream started today, now I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll change my vote. maybe they should get invaded. Hell, maybe I'll download the freaking... maybe I'll reinstall and I'll invade and I'll just kill you at every turn. Dum 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 dum. Yeah, I ended up feeling like maybe streaming this because I was like, you know, this really has, ever since Goopy said it, I'm like, that is true. It really is. I mean, I think Bunter said it too, but like, this really is like a good kind of, I guess because we play it so much, it really is like a good, just, you know, if you don't feel like putting in too much like brain work, turning this game on, you know, and get some stuff done, and you only have to be kind of mentally present. So I was like, you know what? I don't feel like doing anything too... but, like, I think I could do some Splatoon for a bit. Gearing up for the spooky month. I did realize that, oops, I never got Phantom Liberty for Cyberpunk, but I don't know how much that matters. Like, because I don't know if that's, like, one of those DLCs where it's like, well, technically that DLC takes place, like, in the middle of the story, so you should probably get it so that you can experience the whole game. Or if it's, like old DLC, where it's like, no, it takes place after the game is over, so you're fine. You can play the main game and then play Phantom Liberty if you feel like it. Oh, shit. Okay. Well... an unexpected, I mean, I might grab it. I think it's on sale for the autumn sale, so I might go ahead and do that just in anticipation of doing it later. Because, I mean, I'm sure it'll go on sale during the winter sale too, but I feel like unless I just get really busy or burned out... Oh, really? One match with a pretty decent team from what I could tell, and then erased. What is this? Challenge? It's got to be a challenge, because there's the Spooky Fest is at the end of the month. Yep. Modded Rainmaker test fire? How do you... What? How do you know what the rules are? What does that even mean? Oh, all battles are Rainmaker, fully charged Rainmaker. Well, oh my god. Oh, that's... the Rainmaker will explode 30 seconds after being picked up. Now, see... All this sounds like to me is that they fixed Rainmaker. Like, now Rainmaker's actually fun. That seems like a fun Rainmaker mode. That's crazy. Like I love that it explodes 30 seconds after you pick it up, which means you either gotta no more of that fucking holding on to it shit. You gotta go or drop it. You gotta jump off the map. You gotta do something. I do wonder what it means by both primary and second. Does that mean you can throw grenades and stuff while you're holding the Rainmaker? Huh. Oops. But yeah, I think I saw that it's on sale, so... if it's that worth it, I might just have to pick it up in anticipation of playing. Oh. I kind of like that one. Yeah. And it's not spooky month yet, so, you know. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. When I was looking at the description, it said something about how it's a, like, more of like a spy thriller thing. And I was like, wait, what? I mean, that's cool. Oh, Goopy's doing anarch. Oh, wait. No, yeah, they are. Okay, I was going to say, is that old? Goopy still has the splat bug, I see. But yeah, it looked pretty cool. I'm interested. I just wasn't sure if it was one of those, like... oh, wait, yeah. One of those things I could, like, wait on. Ooh, okay. It was a little hot, but I'm getting better about timing the coffee sipping. I also played a fun little early access game with a friend. They were talking it up, and I checked, and it was one of those, like, friend pass games where, like, if one person owns it, the other people just have to download, like, the friend pass, and then they can just play with that person. Like you don't get the benefits of, like, the full game, but you can play it. And, it's really cool. It's like a pixel, like, isometric view, kind of Resident Evil Silent Hill type game. Like, it's survival horror, there's puzzles, there's, like, roguelike elements of, like, the maps are, like, from what I can tell, pretty randomly generated. And a lot of, like, co-op elements. And I was a little skeptical, and we ended up playing it for probably about an hour and a half. And I was like, I'm actually going to wishlist this. Like, this is a really cool game. It's called, like, it had a weird name, so I'm having trouble. It was like, I don't want to get it wrong. Outbreak at Whisper Creek, or Outbreak in Whisper Creek, Whisper Mountain. It's Outbreak at something, and it actually was really fun. You get, like, a Okay, wait, no, I am absolutely getting a little bit of stick drift. Oh my god. These are the Joy-Cons that the system came with, so that wouldn't surprise me if that's happening. I might have to... I charged up my other controllers, but I don't know if they still... I might have to bust them out, because that was actually really bad. Like, that was actually walking me into the scrapper. But yeah, it was really fun. It's 4-player co-op. Honestly, despite being like pixel and stuff, it was actually like I, you know, it wasn't like, oh my god, I'm gonna pee my pants, but like the atmosphere was really good. Like I was like, okay, I mean, this is kind of, you know, it's tense. Again, I'm not like peeing my pants or anything, but and the survival horror elements were there, very Resident Evil themed, like you know, like your health is like the ECG with like the fine caution, you know, danger, stuff like that. Oh. Yeah, I would say this is a mix of Silent Hill and like Resident Evil, because it's not quite zombies, you know? Like there's clearly something like a cult going on, I would say. Just from what little I've seen so far, there's clearly like some sort of spooky like ritual stuff going on, because like the enemies are clearly human, or were human, but like they still are capable of talking, but they just say like horrible like you know, like demon speak, you know, like they definitely aren't saying anything in English. Ow. You know, and of course the usual like survival horror stuff where there's like, you know, I don't know if I'd call it limited ammo, because I found myself with a pretty good bit of ammo. As long as I was careful. Like, I don't think one time we were like in a mission and I was like, uh-oh, can you like toss me some bullets? Of course, I was just using the standard pistol, but like still. Okay, I guess that's fair. I was just using the standard pistol like the entire time. We did find other weapons, but that's exactly why I didn't use them, was because ammo seemed kind of scarce. So you know what? I take it back. I guess it is still pretty survival horror, because I'm assuming those weapons do like way more damage, or like the shotgun can probably take out multiple enemies at once. I was just sticking to the pistol because I just kept finding a lot of bullets for it, and I was like, eh. Oh shit! Forgot it's so fun. Forgot it was high tide. I thought I could just hop down and let those missiles hit harmlessly on the floor. Oh shit, the grating. Oh god. But yeah, I like I said, I absolutely ended up like wishlisting it, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep an eye on this. And it's not expensive right now, but from what I understand, that's because there's not like a ton of content. Like one review I saw was that yes, like it's really good, but the content is very limited right now. Like one dude was like, I literally played with my friend and we probably got like 3 or 4 hours out of it, and then we'd finished, you know, the whole like early access. Which isn't bad, especially for like what I think it's like $7 or something right now. Oh shit. Oh yeah, right. Could have been bad. And then like the healing items. Oh, it's already like coming out. Damn. Like the healing items are herbs. They don't completely take from Capcom though. Like it's herbs, and it's just green. Like one green herb heals like a little bit of health. If you mix two, it's like half your health, and then if you mix three, it's like a full heal. But there's no like red ones or blue ones or anything like that. And then there's like first aid kits that are just a full heal. Mm. Ooh, it's got oh, it's like Persona like 1 combat. Well, Persona like 1 and 2. I like that. Yeah, this looks exactly like Persona 1 and 2's combat. Nice. Hmm. I got like halfway through the trailer, but I gotta pause it now. Yeah, that's how Persona 1 and 2's combat was. It's like that kind of grid-based thing, which is probably why most people don't like to revisit those, because I know that like grid-based like RTS kind of combat is not everybody's cup of tea. It is mine. I'm definitely gonna play like Disgaea one day on stream. Let chatter people make their own units, and we'll just goof off, because that's kind of what that game's all about. It's just kind of just goofing around. Making numbers go up. Where are you going? No. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. Like, I can do that all day, but I need help. Like, I can't get those freaking eggs. There we go. Like, the second I run out of ink, it's like, okay, is anybody gonna come down here and... Nobody wants these eggs? We're just gonna... Oh my god. And now I'm gonna be stuck here until he passes. Hey, Jeff! Wasn't gonna do it, but, like... We're gonna miss a lot of eggs if we let this go. Why aren't you throwing them from here? Hey. You can make it from here. See? Look at that. Son of a bitch. Can't get... Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. The Final Fantasy 14, like... Oh, I was like, what? Get me. Hi. Let me snooze those since you just got here. That's just for you, champ. Hi. We're rambling about video games. I'm doing good. I just felt like doing something brain off tonight because during October I'm gonna be doing my spooky like games where pretty much every day except for the days I can't stream I'm gonna be playing a different game. Except for the weekends, which will be dedicated to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which is possibly one of my favorite games ever made. And I would love for that to be in my, like, catalog of, like, stream VODs that I have. Yes, I genuinely... I talk about it all the time, and I'm like, I mean, if it's not one of my favorite games, it has to be top 3. Like, I'm not even going to say top 5. It has to be in the top 3. I don't know... Like, I've never sat down and been like, what are my favorite games of, like, all time? But I know Vampire would, like... It's such a fun RPG, and it really does just let you play it how you want. Like, it is true RPG heaven. Like, you can absolutely create your character and play them however you want. Like, I don't know many games that give you that much freedom, especially these days, you know? Like, there's good RPGs, but, you know, a lot of those, you're still kind of locked into, like, a role and how you're going to play the game. Vampire genuinely just is like, hey, you want to talk your way through this game? I mean, if you got the skills for it. You want to just punch every single person in the face to solve all your problems? You can do that too. But yeah, Tyler, Final Fantasy XIV's, like, arguably its whole soundtrack is just a banger. Like, there are very few tracks, like, even just normal, like, even dungeons. Some of the dungeons have, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Some of the dungeons have just amazing like music. I wish I could remember the name of the dungeon, but it's what is it? Kugane Castle has a really good. Yeah, Snowcloak has good music. Kugane Castle was one of the ones that, like, when it started up, I was like, I'm sorry. What? Huh? And then, of course, there's you know what? I can't remember the name of the dungeon, but I do remember the name of the song. Of course, there's the Twinning, which most people know of just from, like, memes that were made. Or is the dungeon called the Twinning? You know what? I don't remember. I think it's, like, normal, like, MMO costs. I think it's like 15. However, if you've never, like, paid for it, it's free all the way up to Stormblood now. No. Yeah, Stormblood, right? Oh, the dungeon is the Twinning. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, like, what I usually do is I just grab those, like, time cards from, like, Amazon, and it's usually like 29, 30 bucks, and that's like 2 months of game time. And that usually does me just fine. 2 months is a long time. It doesn't feel like it, but every time I get one, I'm like, Jesus Christ, my sub is still up. Because I think, like, oh shit, do I need to renew my Final Fantasy? And then I'll look and I'll be like, oh no, I don't. But again, if you've never played and it's a new account, it is free up to, like, Stormblood, I think, which is if you like to do everything in those games, that is an ungodly amount of content. Like, that is A Realm Reborn, Heavensward, and Stormblood. Okay, yeah, it's the first two expansions. That's a long time. Like, that's a lot of content. And yes, certain things are restricted. The only reason I didn't bother with the trial was because I knew I knew I liked the game, and I really wanted to play as Vieira. So, but a lot of people will argue, and this is true, that if you're not in a rush to play, like, a certain race that's locked behind an expansion, what you can do is still play the free trial as, you know, like, your second favorite race. And then when your trial's up, they basically hand out these items called Fantasias, which lets you completely reset your character, essentially, in terms of appearance. You can go new race, you can go gender, you can change your appearance, all that good stuff. So, you know, there's a lot of people that will say, like, look, if you're tight on money but you really want to play the game, you know, start the game as your favorite race. If you decide, like, you know, this is totally worth paying for, you know, I want to keep playing this, then use a Fantasia. You know, once you have the expansion you wanted and all that stuff. I'm gonna hit the water. God. I thought I was gonna be right on the edge there. Yeah, then you can just use the Fantasia, which literally all you have to do is you use it, you log out, you go back to the login screen, and when you log in, it'll ask you if you want to, like, you know, change your character. You do that, you log in, and there you go. You're done. Yeah, well, okay, so they keep... after the graphics overhaul, they keep having to kind of mess with it. And so they're basically giving out Fantasias almost every update because they're basically like, hey, sorry if, like, the latest patch, like, yes, Dawn Trail is, like, the current, like, last one. I also was able to take advantage of one of the summer sales. So, like, for me, it just made sense because basically it was like, I think it was something crazy. It was like 30 or 40 bucks for me to get a Realm Reborn to Endwalker at the time for like 30 or 40 bucks, and it came with like a month free. And that was pretty much all I needed to be like, yeah, I'm pretty into this. I think this is going to be like the first MMO that I think I'm fine paying for, and I'm probably going to stick with this. And that has held true. It's the only MMO that I have ever really stuck with, and not like out of like, oh, well, I've already put so much time into it. It's like, no, it's a really good game. I've said it a couple times on here that I feel like the story is so strong, especially for an MMO, that I honestly feel like if for some reason one day 14 had to go, you know, like they were just like, it's just not sustainable anymore or something, I genuinely think they could remove all of the online elements and otherwise preserve the game as is, and it would still totally be a viable, like, single-player experience. Like, just because the story is that good. You know, put the bots as, like, helpers in dungeons and stuff, because they're not the greatest, but, like, they get the job done. Or give you better AI. I don't know, just, my point is, it's like, the story is so strong in this for an MMO that it's like... it's hard to not recommend more. And I'm not even a Final Fantasy fan. I also have to throw that in there. I'm not a huge Final Fantasy fan. My favorite is like 9. Oh, this dude's good. Okay. I was about to say, well, I'm gonna get eated. Come on. Oh, God. This is bad. Okay. Do I want to... Yes, I do. No! You know what? I think I'm going to do it again. No, not yet. I thought if things were going to get dicey there for a second, maybe. I think I'll do it now, actually. Let him come over here. We had the same idea. That's okay. We just cleared everything out, except for this guy. He's right behind me. Damn, all the eggs. Get them, get them. Put the eggs in a basket. Oh, I got tennised off the edge, right? Ooh, that sounded kinky. Yep. No. Okay, so the reason... From what I understand, it's intentional. They, like, the stat differences between the races are... Like, there are, technically, stat differences between the races, but in the long run, it is so minimal that it may as well be cosmetic. Like, yes, like a certain race tank might have like a tiny bit more get away from me, you moron. I was trying to face him so his big ball thing is facing that way. I think they just panicked, but still, that was annoying. Well, which one? The Mikote or the Frothgar? Because there's two cats now. Mikote, good news, if you'd like to take advantage of the free trial, Mikote are a standard race. So they're in the game by default. So but no, the stats on the races basically become cosmetic at a certain point, because it's definitely not enough to say like, well, if you're gonna play a tank, you really need to play blah 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 blah. It's purely cosmetic. But yeah, Mikote are in the game by default, so like, it's okay. In the early game, if I remember, it is more than a few stat points, but by the time you're even hitting like level 50, you are not going to see enough of a difference between like a Mikote like a level 50 Mikote like ninja against like what are the elves called? Elzen. Like an Elzen ninja. You are not going to see a significant enough difference in the way you guys are doing things purely based on stats. If they have like a good rotation for their abilities down, and they know when to use what and how to, like, you know, position themselves and blah blah blah, you might notice that like somebody's doing more damage than you, but I guarantee it's not because of their race. It will never be because of their race. Yeah, it's so minimal. It is the least important decision, I would say, in that game. Like, you know, even Warcraft these days really touts the whole, like, it's not going to matter that much in the long run because they've taken out so many of, like, the unique racial abilities and stuff like that. But there are still combinations in World of Warcraft that perform better than others. Final Fantasy, it really does just want you to pick the race you like, create, you know, your features and whatnot how you want them, and then just enjoy the game. And since every character can be every class, you're not there's the only reason you would change like your race is if they've just been handing out Fantasias and you got bored. You know, like maybe you saw another race running around that you were like, oh, you know what? Actually, I do kind of like the way they look. Maybe I see what they. Yeah, I have a friend who does that. I have a friend who has literally like they literally just kind of get bored and want a new look. The big killer used to be certain races can't wear certain hats, but they are literally in the process of fixing that right now. Some hats now basically have ear holes, essentially. In other words, your ears just clip through the hat, which is fine. I mean, for many moons, Viera and Hrothgar have literally said, we don't care if our ears clip through the hats. Please just let us wear hats. Other hats where it's not really feasible for your ears to poke through, you can turn on an option where you can wear the hat, but it just hides your ears. So other than that, race is entirely up to you. And like I said, if you're looking, if the Mikote are like your favorite, then that's even better if you would like to just do, like if you would like to try the trial and just see if you like the game. Because again, the Mikote are in there by default. Your starter races are like Humes, Elezen, Mikote, are they Rogaden? Or is that Final Fantasy 11? I mix up 11 and 14's races constantly. I think no, Rogaden is 14. Yeah, because Galka were 11. That's right. Okay. And then Lalafell. Those are, I think you get all of those, like, for free. And to be honest, I don't know which expansions even add what races. I know I needed, what, Shadowbringers? I think, if I wanted to be a boy bun. And honestly, I don't know what the other ones add. I always knew that like, as soon as the Vieira were announced, that was my, like, moment of, like, I want to make a boy bun. And then they did the thing they said they weren't going to do and gender locked the Vieira where you could only be women. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not playing that game. And I had a friend who kept begging me to come back to Final Fantasy XIV. And I was like, no, I want to be a boy bun. And they promised after Final Fantasy XI that they were not going to gender lock the races anymore. So you better believe I got lit up on my my Discord and stuff when the trailer came out for the boy buns. With my friend being like, so you're going to play now, right? I was like, damn it, I actually didn't think they would do this. It's like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll come back to the game. And then the only time I fantasia'd was for April Fool's, because that was part of my April Fool's stream, was I was like, look, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that's, like, wrong. And, yeah, I went from a very tall Vieira to a very tiny Lalafell. I was wearing the, God, what is that outfit? Fall Guys, the Fall Guys outfit, which was kind of an inside joke because I notoriously hate that event in Final Fantasy XIV because it's so jank and it makes it almost impossible and it's so unfun. But I loved the, like, hoodie outfit, so I had to grind it, and it was one of the most miserable things I think I've ever done in that game. I just wanted it to end. I was like, please, just give me my hoodie and let me go. Boink. Also, Tyler, don't rush into anything because there is a common mistake a lot of people make, which I actually have a friend who made that mistake. Actually, it's Moon who is in here a lot. If you ever, like, pay for a subscription, you're, like, even if you don't beat Stormblood or whatever, your free trial is off the table for, like, ever. Because they didn't know that. And they just thought that they would be, like, nice and be like, you know what? I've got, like, a little extra money this month and I feel like playing the game. So I'm gonna, you know, I think I'll pay for a month. And then they couldn't log in anymore when their subscription ended. And they were like, well, what happened? And I was like, oh, you paid for a month? Yeah, it sucks because it's basically, that's gone forever if you do that. Like, you can, it doesn't matter if you complete or don't complete what's in the free trial, they still won't let you do it if you pay for it once. So I would definitely suggest, if you're not sure about it, I would do, especially if the race you want to play is already in the game, I would say, you know, do the trial. Accept the warnings that A Realm Reborn is probably the slowest of the, like, things, like expansions. I'm not going to say it's the worst like everybody else does, because I honestly don't think that's true. I think compared to the other expansions, it's a little weak. But but on its own, I think it was very fun. I literally finished A Realm Reborn and told my guild, I was like, wait, so this is like the weakest part of this game? Like, holy, I cannot imagine what the good parts are, because this was great. Now that I'm in Dawn Trail, like, I see what they meant. Like, I see what people, I see what people mean. It's very traditional MMO, I guess, is what I'll say. You know, there's a lot of go here, talk to this person for me. Could you go kill, like, some doodads and bring me their, like, fur so I can make a coat? You know what I mean? Like, it's very, but the thing is, it works even as part of the grand story, because in A Realm Reborn, you are just nobody. Well, as far as anybody knows, you're just nobody. Like, they have no reason to not treat you as a gopher, because you are just some person. And it does change as the expansions go on. You know, you like, I mean, as soon as, like, Heavensward starts, you are no longer as much running around doing people's bidding, because people are like, oh shit, this is the person that, like, you know, did all that crazy stuff, you know? Wow. Like, they're like a hero in some places. And then by Dawn Trail, no spoilers, but Dawn Trail literally kicks off because a, like, country that people thought was just gone, like, your deeds have spread that far. Somebody comes looking for you and ropes you into the Dawn Trail adventure because your deeds have spread so far that they heard about you, and they were like, well, we got to go check out that person. I bet that they could really help us out. Oh, I saw it, but to be fair, by by the time of, like, Endwalker's closing, you have done things that are basically like you should almost be getting the, like, Frodo treatment at the end of, like, Lord of the Rings, where they're basically just like, you know what? Honestly, you've done enough. Like, you just no, you're a silent protag, but you do get to pick dialogue options. And you can absolutely be kind of a little gremlin. There's quite a few options in dialogue for you to be a pain in the ass. If you're talking about the rest of the cast, a lot of it is voiced. I would say the only time it's not voiced is when... It's hard to explain. Core moments that are important, I would say, are 100% of the time voiced. Fully. Everybody talks. You're the only one that doesn't. But then, like, you know, after, like, a big speech, you know, and then they're going to explain to you the next step of the plan, that might just be text. But sometimes even important battles, The because some of the battles are considered like story battles. I can't remember what they're called. They have this weird shimmery effect around the person that you're about to talk. I just did it with my hands. I did it with my hands like you could see me. There's like a shimmery effect around them, and that indicates it's like a story battle. And in those, sometimes you will have AI versions of the main cast, and they will sometimes talk in those, which is pretty neat. Um, you know, and there's usually objectives in those, so you actually do need to listen to them. You know, I botched a fight at the end of Heaven's Word multiple times because I genuinely was just zoned out playing my class and not realizing that one of the other characters was basically being like, "You have to come help me." And I couldn't figure out why I kept losing the fight. You know what? I Let me look. Because Omega shows up more than once. But I want to say that those... Oh, yeah, no, those raids are Stormblood. So, yeah, that's in the free stuff. Yeah, Omega is a level 70 8-player raid in Stormblood. So, I guess... What? I guess you would just have to finish Stormblood, and then, yeah, you could do, what is it? Deltascape and Sigmascape, I think, is where Omega hangs out. Hangs out. Yeah, I think the only one that... Actually, you know what? I think even the first Monster Hunter crossover is in Stormblood as well, actually. Uh, yeah. You have to be level 70, and you have to have completed the main Stormblood quest, and then, yeah, you can do Hunt for Rathalos. So, Rathalos and Omega are in the free content now. I think the only thing you wouldn't get that you might want to get is the Nier raids. I thought those were Stormblood, but I think those are Shadowbringers. I think, and those are fun. Like, it's not just the amazing Nier music, but those raids are like the mechanics are hard. Like, it did take a few times to learn, but um they are fun raids. And the glams, oh my god, I'm still not done grinding those. I think I need the healer's hat and boots from one of them, I think, and then I will have the entire Nier like outfit collection. um Sometimes I host glam raids on our server. According to Yoko Taro, it is canon. Apparently, what was it? What is the big giant dude? Emil or something like that? The idea is that when Emil like vanishes during Nier, he got dropped into the Final Fantasy universe or something like that. I don't remember. It was a little silly, but I swear somebody was like, no, 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 it's canon, like technically. And I was like, what? But suppose all the crossovers do have some dialogue that indicates like this is real, you know? Like the crossover of the Final Fantasy 11 has Iroha, I think is her name, and she literally comes here being like, well, I was in this other place that's, kind of like this place, but it's not really. And where's your nearest, blah, blah, blah. And when you start telling her town, she's like, well, none of those sound familiar. And then you send her back to her world at the end. And it's the same thing with Noct from 15 and like Clive from 16. They clearly have been displaced. And I think even Clive has like a whole bit where for some reason I think he seems to be aware that he won't remember things when he goes back. I don't think they do that with Noct. I think Noct is just like, just conveniently doesn't tell his friends about that time he went to a land of like cat boys and giant bunny girls. But as far as I know, the free trial, when it says like up to Stormblood, I have to assume that means the raids. Let me look. I've never thought about that. Like, does that include the post game for Stormblood? How does the free trial work? Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. Maybe. With the expanded free trial, new players can embark on an unforgettable adventure all the way to level 70 with no restrictions on playtime. Not Not really. Okay, hang on. Free trial. Does it include Omega raids? How about that? Let's try that. Yes, it looks like it. Yes. Okay. Aha. I found somebody literally saying, here's what you can do as a free to play player if you've completed like your trial. Here's what's left to do, and one of them is like, yes, you can absolutely do the Omega raids. Doesn't say anything about the Rathalos thing, but I'm going to assume if you can do the Omega raids, you can do the Rathalos, because the Rathalos stuff is the same thing. It's just post Stormblood, so I don't know why they would lock that away. The Nier lore, yeah. Well, that's why I was like, from the Nier side of things, I was like, okay, yeah, I guess, sure. And then on the Final Fantasy side of things, most of the time it literally is just hand waved as like, well, we don't know. This portal opened up and this thing from another world showed up. But yeah, usually the way the post game stuff works is a lot of times it's themed after one of the retro games. I think Stormbloods is kind of all over the place because I think it features a couple of different games. I'm not familiar with a lot of the early Final Fantasy games. I only recognized one, and I feel like anybody who is remotely familiar with any of the retro Final Fantasies would also just go, oh, okay, I know who I'm about to fight. I think the only restrictions are, what is it? Like, I think you can only hold like 1,000,000 gil or something, which I think you can still store what you have on hand so that like you essentially can have more than 1,000,000 gil. You just can't have more than 1,000,000 on you. I would say the biggest one is I think free players can't create parties, but they can join parties. So like if you were on like my server and you just like told me like, hey, I'm gonna be around and I'm gonna do this dungeon, I think what I can do is like, log in, create a party, invite you, and then I can add, fill the other spots with whoever we needed. It's just some weird thing about, like, yeah, well, you can't, free trial players can't start their own party or something like that. Otherwise, I don't think there's any restrictions, really. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, the only thing that gives me pause is there's like a roulette system to queue up for something that you're doing. And now I'm kind of wondering, like, how does that work in the free trial? Like, can free-to-play players not use the roulette? Because that would be kind of... that would suck. All I know is it just says something about how, like, yeah, they can't create parties, but they can join them. I was like, alright. That seems annoying. But yeah, if you, I mean, well, you don't necessarily have to make a character on the server I'm playing on, because you can server hop freely. Like, there's restrictions on me if I go to different worlds. Oh, yeah, that's right. You get a free extra, what is it? Isn't it that you get a free extra, like, favorite, like, home position thing or whatever? Because I know there's a few ways to get those. Like, one is using, like, the app thing. I don't remember the other one. It's basically, you can set... I think by default you can only do 3. And then if you have an account on the app, which doesn't require anything other than just having the app, you get a bonus 4th one. And then, yeah, I think there's one for, like, if you have, like, PS Plus or something, you get another one. I don't remember. It basically is a location that you can teleport to that's just cheaper. Like, it's cheaper to teleport to it. I usually have the 3 main cities as my, like, permanent favorites, and then I set the 4th one to whatever expansion I'm in, like that major city. You've never set, like, favorite home points? Yes, you should be doing it. It makes it so much cheaper to go to those locations. Like I said, I keep the 3 main city-states as permanent ones, and then I change the 4th one to whatever the, like, expansion I'm in, like their major city. It makes it so much cheaper to get around. Also, I have the Final Fantasy 15 car, so I can help you get around. Because your mount can't, like, fly and stuff until, like, you beat A Realm Reborn. But I have a multi-seater mount, and you can get in the car, and I can fly you wherever you need to go. Cuts down on travel time. Yeah, the Noctis car is great. It's a 4-seater. It looks cool. You get that nice driving music. No. It's, you get some bonus, like, kind of, like, stuff early on. And you get a little bit of bonus dialogue in the first, raid. I think it's raid. The Coils of Bahamut. It's like the first, like, raid, sort of. You get a little bit of extra dialogue in there if you're a character that played the original 14, but otherwise the game catches you up pretty well. Basically, if you played the original game, you are one of the people that got pushed through time, and basically woke up like 7 years later. And the calamity happened, and oh gosh, and now you're here. Yeah, it's super cool. And then yeah, basically for new players, you probably witnessed the calamity like 7 years ago, you know, like you probably were that, you might have even been there, who knows, like, um, but there's not really a ton of lore implications beyond that. Like I said, if you played the original and the game can tell that your account was from back then, like I said, you just get bonus dialogue where they kind of explain, like, yeah, Levelier sent you into the future to save your life, and it's been 7 years, and you're basically waking up to the world kind of in the process of rebuilding. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you do get that. Um, but yeah, outside of that, um, it catches you up pretty quick. You know, it explains, like, yep, like 7 years ago, the Empire invaded. There was a big war. The moon fell. Turned out the moon had a Bahamut inside of it. Bahamut, more or less, didn't quite apocalypse the world, but did a vast, devastating, long-lasting amount of damage that the world is still kind of trying to recover from. Yeah. Basically, the way you start out as an adventurer, no matter what, is you are seeking adventure because the world needs that, because they need more people willing to, like, get out there and do things, because the world's a mess, and the average person is just trying to get by, so they don't have time for, like, yeah, exactly. It's they don't have time to do monster things. You know, they need, like, help just getting by in life and rebuilding their lives still. And you can do that, and you make some gil while you're doing it, and maybe, oops, you become a big damn hero at some point. Honestly, the bonus dialogue wouldn't even make that much sense unless you did certain quests in the original game anyway. Because it has to do with meeting a character that you would maybe recognize. And the dialogue difference is essentially someone going, oh my god, it's that person. You're familiar with them, aren't you? And you're like, yep, yep. And then if you didn't play the original, the dialogue is, oh my god, it's that person. You don't know them, but they were real bad. That's the difference in dialogue. So, you know, I mean, if you want, I would say one of the coolest moments, if you want to look up something from the original, is, like, the final moments. Like, really cool stuff. It's straight up just like end of the world type stuff. There's the Answers song is playing. There's a constant, like, dialogue spam of, like, the various, like, leaders being like, we're being overwhelmed, we're gonna lose, but we have to keep fighting, you know. Civilians, like, stay indoors, you know, take care of your loved ones, blah blah blah. It's really, like, dark, like, this is the end type stuff. And then the final cutscene plays, and that's the setup for characters that you know, start the game having played the original. Yeah, I was just rambling about the like final moments of the original and saying like if you want to look those up, I would recommend it. It's really interesting. Oh, you better not. I lived. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then I was gonna say like that's pretty much like when that final cutscene plays. That's the setup for players who, you know, start the game and they played the original. Yeah, it really was. It was really cool though. And there's plenty of videos out there that are still around, like, you know, final moments of, you know, the original server, blah, blah, blah. I was like, if you really want just like a quick, like, yeah, Answers is fantastic. And it plays the whole time. We lost somebody. Great. Answers, yeah. Well, oh yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? Yeah. Wait, does it play... Does it play the whole thing? Like even Levelier, like sending the adventurer into the future? I guess it does do that, huh? Yeah, I guess it does. Well, okay, well then I guess the only reason you would look up a video is if you wanted to see like the in-game moments of the finale, I guess. I forgot that the cutscene is basically the same as the beginning for A Realm Reborn. Away. Oh boy, for some reason I blinded that Moz. Ooh. Worth it. I don't know who I smushed, but... Oh, I thought I smushed somebody. I thought I heard the, like, of, like, a inkling dying. Oh, it bounced. I got it. Nice. Okay, what? I think it's better quality, blah, 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 ions, end of 1.0. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Because 1.0... I think it appears that, like, you are basically just engulfed in light and you don't know what happened. I think 14's opening actually, you know, shows more of, like, oh. Like, I think, because I think it even shows them appearing, right? It's been so long since I've seen that cutscene. Like, I feel like it shows the adventurers reappearing in, like, what seems to be like a normal, like, oh shit, everything's okay. What happened? Oh my god. Okay, I thought so. It's coming back to me. But yeah, top to bottom, I think 14's story is really good. So I would always say if you want to see like the ending of 1.0, I've seen a few good videos of like the last, like, you know, 30 minutes, hour, stuff like that. It's really interesting stuff. Kind of want to make another coffee. I hate that my ads just went. It won't take me long, but like, oh, I didn't mean to come in here. I was gonna look at signs real quick. But yeah, I think the best advice I got, I didn't really need it, but like some of the best wait. What the fuck's going on here? What the fuck? Is this somebody who's aware of Hunter? Because that's a little too... I mean, I guess it's entirely possible that somebody else was just like... Well, I know it's not you. Jesus Christ. I'm just saying, it was like, that's a little too coinky-dinkular. Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. That's either like somehow they know about and decided to be like, or there's just, you know, two of you out there that just really like TF2 and really like the Scout. Chocolate! Help your teammates. Yeah. Power pose. I don't think you spelled that right, but yes, you're not wrong. I forgot that those guys down there don't have signs. Yeah, I guess it's probably the... Ugh. I guess that probably is like the easiest cosplay to do. I wonder if... I wonder if this is like them. And they just managed to get paired up in my lobby. Sometimes I feel like it spies on you, I swear. I finish Endwalker and then I saw posted spy about Endwalker. That's a really good old school Cartoon Network logo. I'm gonna put on... Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna make like another quick coffee, I think. I know this has turned into more of a yap stream, but like, you know, first of all, that's always a risk with me. And second, you know, you get me talking about something I like, and yeah, it's hard to... I really like Final Fantasy 14. Again, as a not Final Fantasy fan, you know, 14, 9, 14, 9. I don't think I've played some of the other ones, but I don't think I would put them as high up as I would like 9 and 14. I really like I see, like, I don't think I hated 15. I think that I liked the parts that the game didn't want to focus on. Like, I goofed on that game being like boys' night out for me, you know? And then when I played it, I was like, okay, but I'm kind of digging the boys' night out vibe. Like, I like driving around in the car. I like being like, you know, Prompto wants to pull over to take a picture. All right, champ, let me pull over and take a picture, man. Yep, love it. All right, let's get back on the road. Oh, shit, my gas gauge is a little low. You know what? Let's hit the next pit stop. We'll grab some food. We'll fill up. Like, all of that, for some reason, was such a fucking mood for me. I loved every minute of that. So anytime it forced me away from it into this fucking melodramatic Final Fantasy bullshit, that's when I started to be like, oh, but please just let me get back on the road. I'm sure that there's like some like place out there that needs me to go hunt some monster or something and probably has some delicious looking diner food that I can buy. Camping out, watching them goof off with like their mobile game that they love to play. I don't remember the name of it, but like all of that stuff for some reason I was in love with. Like, I couldn't get enough of that. King's Night, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. I also the combat was very like Kingdom Hearts. It was very like button mashy. So not like super engaging, but not terrible. But I really enjoyed the vibes when you were just getting to like hang out and drive around. I don't know. It's probably like the weirdest take on, but again, you have to realize I'm not a Final Fantasy fan, so it's like I'm probably going to have the weirdest takes on all of them. Final Fantasy 6, which one is that? Because I have started to get through a few of the retro ones, but I cannot keep like the cast and the numbers straight. Oh, Tara. That's the one. She starts out, amnesia or whatever. I don't think I got super far in that one, but I think that's like my bestie's like favorite one. So I know like a little bit about it. The first one I ever played was actually, was it 4? I think it's 4. The one with Cecil and Kane and, what is it, Rydia? Um, Celeste? Which one? Okay, which villain is 6? Because I can't keep that straight either. I know most. Oh, okay. um, yeah, Kefka is recognizable enough that in 14 there's a certain moment where you are supposed to be unsure of like who you are being challenged by, and the only hint you get is in this little bubble, and turns out it was all callbacks to old Final Fantasies. So like most of them went right over my head because I was like, I don't know what that means. And then when I would even fight the thing, I'd be like, I don't know what this is. So it did nothing for me. But like two of them, one of them was the distant sound of a train, which I was like, I know what I'll be fighting here. And so and of course I was right. And then the second one was like a drama mask, like a clown mask, and I was like, oh, of course. Hi. Sorry, I'm yapping. Oh, you guys, I assume, know each other, judging from these reactions. Oh, okay. Welcome in. Okay, seriously, I didn't waste too much time, did I? Hello? Wait, is it next ad? Did I type that wrong? Okay, I typed it wrong. Okay, that's plenty of time for me to like grab a coffee real quick and not feel bad. Yeah, let me do a quick. I'm just gonna make another coffee. Oh my goodness gracious! I just keep getting distracted yapping. I'll probably keep yapping, but I'll try to play more too. I'll be right back. Oh wait, I should put up a I'm not gonna actually go to a BRB screen, so I'm gonna put up text. There we go. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Man. I am like... I don't know if I'm losing, like, weight in places I don't want to lose it, which sounds funny, but, like... I've noticed, like, the past, like, month, the lounge pants that I like to wear, like, especially when I'm, like, streaming, like, I can't keep them up. Like, I got, like, halfway to the coffee machine, and I started having to do this, like, wide stance, like, waddle, because my shorts were starting to fall down, and I was being like, hey, wait, what the fuck? I had to set my mug down and like grab at them and pull them up, and I was like, man, I don't know if I should be happy about this or annoyed, because like if I'm losing a little bit of, like, I guess, hip, that's fine, I guess. But I better not be losing no butt or thighs. Otherwise, I guess I'm gonna have to start getting back to being more aggressive about squats and going for, like, you know, hikes and stuff. Because I like my legs the way they are. I'm not giving those up. Oh, what? Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, what is? Oh, okay, fair enough. I was gonna say, what is the strategy with no roller? Um. The problem is going to be getting the eggs safely to the basket. If we do the pipes, yeah, okay, so see, here's the thing. I don't know if this happens to everybody, but I do have a you know, like a sash thing, but I tied it like forever ago. Ow, what the fuck? Bitch. Oh, you're the okay. um I tied it like forever ago. And so now, like, it has become that level of tightness where I need, like, surgical tools to, like, you know, unbind it. No! I was trying to land in the rail. I was gonna say, so my idea was like, okay, so we use this rail, we get, you know, egg, and then go over to this one, so that you can pick up the eggs that were over here. The only reason I'm goofing off, by the way, is because we're not getting this, so I'm just kind of fucking around until it's over. But, yeah, so, like, I tied them forever ago, and now, yeah, it's like, I even, like, fiddled with it for a second. I was like, no, I would literally, like, have to take these off and, like, try to, like, finagle with the knot. Mmm, gummy. See, I figured go to that rail that was, like, you know, on this side of the platform. You know, ride that, you know, let them do all the bombing down here. And then the next person goes to that rail that was over there, you know, and you hop on that one so that all the eggs that were dropped over there can be collected, and then you just keep doing that. That's, like, the only thing I can ever think of on this map when you don't have, like, a roller for glowflies. But I don't know how optimal that is because I'm not, like, a freaking salmon run pro, but it always seems like a decent idea as far as, like, look, if you hang out over here and you get all these kills and then you take the guys over there, we can clean up these eggs that are still here. I don't know. I always feel like I'm okay at salmon run, and then when I see, like, other people, I'm like, oh, never mind, I'm bad at salmon run. Like, what was it during the big run? I was like, hell yeah, 145 or whatever I had. Like, you know, that's yay. And then I peeped into like Seth's stream, and they had like 190 something, and I was like, oh, okay, so I suck at this. I should just, you know what? In fact, no more Splatoon. I quit. I'm bad. I see both emotes. Yeah. Is it getting like cut out or something? I see it. Yeah, I see it in both. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I see it on my stream manager and in OBS. That's a cute bat. I like that. I like bats. Yeah, it's like yeah, it's crazy. I'm mostly kidding, obviously. Like I'm not holding myself to the standards of like the elite, but it is a little like disheartening to hit that level of egg and be like, hell yeah, like I'm actually not bad at this. And then you see people with those like insane numbers, and it's like, ah, I see. In actuality, I suck at this game. I'm bad. I'm bringing other people down actively because I'm so bad. Okay, I guess we're giving up on these, so I'll just grab this last one and then head up here. Ow. Where? Oh, okay, I see. Ooh, that was a good shot. Yeah, okay, but see, that's the thing, is this wasn't extra work. This was just the freaking big run. You know, and I felt like I was doing pretty good at the big run. And then it's like, yeah, no, this person has, like, 40 more eggs than you did. Hang on, I'll have to catch up on those in a second. I thought maybe I could snipe out, like, maybe one more egg. Okay. Didn't play much. I like big runs just because they're fun, but every now and then when I see, like I said, it's more about seeing my own numbers and thinking like, wow, that's really good, and then seeing somebody who's actually really good and realizing like, ah, I see. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, but yeah, okay, you know, like I said, I'm mostly kidding, you know, because you know, comparing yourself to an overfisher as like a casual player is like being like, I don't know. I could run the marathon, like a 1 mile marathon, in like, you know, like 4 minutes. Isn't that crazy? And some Olympian is like, pfft, you know, I can do it in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Like, yeah, of course. But I still get disappointed when I truly feel like, wow, that's actually a really good number. You know, and then, like I said, I peek into Seth's stream, and they're at, like, 190, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm bad. Truly, I am bad at this. Like, I this whole time, I thought I was good. Turns out, not even close. Please don't beat me to death, children. Please. Papa is busy. Please. Please! Yeah, see, I don't really, like, I know, like, one or two, but, like, even, like, we don't ever have, like, crazy high numbers like that, so I don't have a frame of reference. When I peeked into Seth's stream that day and saw that number, That was genuinely a moment of just like, oh my god. How is that even, like, how do you do that? Like, not even like a exaggerated, like, I mean, genuinely, my first thought was how? Like, how did you manage that number? I have no idea how many hours I have in this game. It's got to be a lot, but I know the last time it was an embarrassingly high amount because I think I was about to make fun of Bunter. Because I don't even think Bunter was here, but I think I had made a comment like, yeah, well, you know, Bunter probably has like thousands or something like that. And I was like, and me, psh, I don't play that much. And I think I brought up my home screen. Thanks. I think I pulled up my home screen. And all I remember was the number was a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. And I just went really quiet and very quickly got off of my hours and was just like, never mind, we're not going to talk about it. Yeah, they have an aggressive habit of removing my tail. They exclusively save up points for it. I had a feeling I wasn't high enough to get away from the steelhead, but I was hoping. Welcome to being the puddin'. That was a pretty okay. Boy, it'll come back. The fluff returns after a while. Eh. They also like to abuse whoever's the pudding by hitting them with a hammer. You can, it's just a waste of your points, but look, I'll show you. It tries to grab onto my hands instead. See? All I can imagine is it's the usual techniques that like game makers use. So I feel like what's going on is that the tail has been shrunk and moved to the inside of my body somewhere. Because they do that with a lot of stuff in games. That's how they like hide certain things, is they make a very small version of it and like hide it in the model of whatever it is. Thank you for head patch. Sorry, I got gummies. Ah, oh, that was good. A little sticky. I was having trouble chewing that one. Yeah, pretty much. Like, somebody redeemed it while it was gone. And I was like, wait, why is it, like, right there, like, in my center? And then I was like, oh, I bet I know what happened. I bet they just moved my tail inside of me when it's gone, so... Oh, I'm doing the music and not realizing what we're doing. I was like, wait, what are we doing? And then my brain caught up and I was like, oh shit, it's a mothership. Okay, you know what? We've got an E-liter. I am just going to focus on picking up eggs instead of shooting them down. I feel like... Do I need to pop a special on this? I feel like we have enough firepower to deal with this. I may have... Okay, no... Okay, next time I'm popping crab. I'm not... I don't think... I overestimated, I guess. Losing one egg is enough for me to be like, okay. We obviously don't have enough. Oh, come on. I thought I was fully wound up. Eh. Okay. That's not terrible. Not bad. Not the best. Boom, 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 boom. I love the discordant Salmon Run music. I love reading when people aren't familiar with like the game and they pop into these streams and they're just like like this entire mode, music, everything that's going on just gives them anxiety. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm so used to it that I don't recognize it. But yeah, I guess if I had no idea what was going on and I pulled up a stream of this chaos with this like terrible, weird music and the frantic nature of everything, it's like, yeah, I could see somebody being like, this is just pure anxiety. What is this? How is this even fun for you? Okay. Drop him. Oh, you son of a... Are you kidding me? Ooh! Is this gonna hurt? Okay. A little bit. Oh, I just... Oh, shit! No, do your thing. Can I reach you? Yeah. Oh, you mother. Yeah, I don't have anything. The only thing I have is Seribot will tell me when they are just done for like everybody. I know some people have been like, yeah, I got like the full like, 3 minutes. Other people are like, nope, I just got like a minute. I'm like, good. I mean, I would rather people get shorter ones than... I can't control, I mean, I can, but we had this discussion last stream. I really hate pre-rolls. I think that pre-rolls are like the devil. I really feel like that is the killer of, like, any stream ever. Like, because, like, I personally can be really interested in a stream, but if I can't even get into the stream without getting hit with an ad, the odds are less that I'm gonna, like, stick around. Because I'm gonna get bored and be like, you know what, I'm gonna watch somebody else that I like, like or whatever. Yeah, exactly. It's like, to me, it's a total stream killer. So I have them set up so that pre-rolls are off, like pretty much forever. Like at the beginning of the stream, if that first ad break hasn't started, then you'll get a pre-roll. But like, that's why I take my time with like yappy intros. Fuck, I got hung up. Is because I'm literally trying to let that ad get out there so that the pre-rolls will go away. Pretty much just painting. I mean, I get mad at ads. I mean, Twitch is owned by Amazon. I'm not sure they need all the money in the world, but, it's a nice outlook, to not, I guess, complain about them. To be fair, I don't think I've ever really had anybody come in here and actually complain about ads. I know some streamers like have like a zero tolerance thing on ads where like, but they've been around longer than me, and so I kind of get it, where they're like, look, I don't want to hear it. I can't do anything about it. I have to run them. If you don't like them, subscribe. And I get that. because they've probably had people bitching and moaning about ads for like years at this point. I am not quite there because I haven't had anybody come in here and like bitch at me like it's like something that I have control over. I think most people, I hope, understand that it's like, no, when you become an affiliate, ads are just a part of your stream. And you are faced with two options. Setting it up so that you can kind of have some measure of control over when they happen, or you don't touch it and Twitch decides when Twitch is going to run ads on your channel. I opted for, I would rather have, you know, no pre-rolls and stuff like that. I think if I was like bigger, and had like a dedicated audience kind of thing, I would probably absolutely turn the bar to like the minimal amount of ads possible, because I wouldn't care at that point. Like, pre-rolls would suck, yes, but I feel like most people that would be watching me would be like subscribed, and they would be like regulars, and you know, I would want people to have minimal amount of ad. But for now, I am a tiny baby streamer. And I would just rather, if there's any tiny thing I can do to promote a little bit of growth, I'm probably going to do it. And for me, that's not having pre-rolls, because, again, I think pre-rolls are the devil. I hate pre-rolls. Yeah, I try to remember if I'm taking like a BRB and like ads are gonna happen in like 10 minutes anyway. I'll just go ahead and push the button to run them so that they happen while I'm away. But I also accommodate, like, when I'm playing like very story heavy games like Persona 5. My rule was, if there's like voiced dialogue going on, or like a cutscene's about to happen and ads were coming, I would just stop. Like, I would just be like, look, I know this kind of sucks for anybody who's like subscribed and like VOD watchers, but like, I would rather people that are in here not miss like important stuff. So, plus it gave me a chance to just kind of, you know, hang out for a second, I guess. Like little soft breaks, I guess. Not really a break, but... Ow! Obviously, it's not viable with like stuff like Splatoon. I would love to like pause Splatoon so that nobody misses anything when there's ad breaks, but that is just not feasible. Oh, good luck. I saw some people doing Savage, and I mean, if you go into it with the idea that it's basically phase 2 of the normal fight, but it's the whole fight, it seemed doable. Difficult, but doable. But yeah, good luck. Let me know how it goes. Ah, yes, the Elitor. Bunter, are you still out there? How did your, Only reason I didn't bother you today was you seemed like you were having a lot of fun with TF2, but I was kind of in and out, so I was going to ask you how that went. Oh, man. Huh? Oh, well, never mind then. Jeez. Oh, wow, they actually reached him. Nice. Ow, I have an itch. No, don't bring him to me. Oh, okay. Good. I was wondering, because it seemed like that they were probably having a lot of fun. And I was like, I know I said I would maybe float playing some Splatoon, but they looked like they were having a lot of fun. So I was like, eh. No, you're good. I was just asking if you had like a good time with your stream. Because I wasn't able to listen in on all of it, but it seemed like you were having a lot of fun, so. Yeah, well, that's why I said, I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to bother them. I know I said I was going to, like, see if maybe they wanted to do some Splatoon. But it seemed like you were having a lot of fun, and I kind of was like, I don't want to be, like, I don't want to be that person that's, that's like, hey, you want to stop doing that thing that you're enjoying? Oh, we're not making this. I thought we might, but I didn't realize. Okay, so that's what you were doing. Okay. So that's what you were doing. I looked over a few times and you had like TF2 like in the background. And I was like, what are they doing? Like, are they just taking really long breaks between rounds or something? But yeah, okay, that makes more sense. I wondered because several times I looked over and like TF2 was like in a tiny box in the upper right. I was like, huh? Yeah, because I had mentioned during like the Stardew stream that I was like, I might. Damn. Yeah, I heard Goopy one of the times that I was able to actually listen in. I heard Goopy for a second, and I was like, oh. Yeah, these are good. They're like those Jolly Rancher ones or whatever. They're delicious. I just wanted something to nibble on. um. Oh, God, I keep doing that. Oh, wait, what? They went on a whole thing about Jerma? What could Jerma have possibly done? Jerma's like soft retired at this point. Oh, okay, hang on. uh, what, am I looking at the wrong thing or something? Or wait, or did I do that? I might have done that like you know, mark all as red things. Oh, VC chat. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. Also the wrong one. There's like nothing here for me. It's Yeah, I was gonna say it's like the only thing that's there is when we were doing supermarket sim. It started out realizing a lot of memes were made by Germa to whatever that is. What? I can't open this last little gummy thing. I'm having to fight with it. There we go. What is this? Is this like a watermelon? Oh, it is. It smells like watermelon. Uh, I don't get what I don't understand. It started out realizing a lot of memes were made by Germa to whatever that is. What does that mean? What's a Black Forest gummy? Uh, why didn't that make any noise? Please don't start doing technical things to me right now. There it goes. Forgot about that. Shut up. Thank you, Bunter, for converting from a Prime sub to a Tier 1 sub. I have to do, I really need to get that, like, sub badge thing made. I might already have the, concept for how the sub thing will look. In fact, I could probably show you. Hang on a second. Let me find it. Actually, what did I save that as? Oh, there it is. Uh, uh, see? The idea is gonna be, that's you. Yeah. Uh-huh. There's lore behind it and everything. Also, I think I can stick it to me if I want. Yep. Oh no, I grabbed me instead of the wisp. There we go. Yeah, because it's some of it's going to be mysterious. It has to be. That's part of it. But yeah, the idea is going to be um sort of similar to like pudding and all that other stuff where um a sub adds a little wisp. And then, they'll slowly go away because I just on the off chance like there's some like weird day where people are, I don't know, there's just a dog pile of people coming in and just dumping subs and I end up buried in wisps. I don't want that because it'll probably blow up my model or something. Listen, if I told you right now, it wouldn't make as much sense or be as fun. I promise. Plus, I feel like this kind of at least sort of gives you an idea of where that idea is going. um, but yeah, thank you. Sigma. Oh, damn it. Oh, well, I mean, whatever. We're going back here anyway. I was actually going to change the town just to see, because I feel like the main town, there's more signs to look at. Damn it. Freaking coffee. Well, I told you, like, that's complicated. Yes, is pretty much the answer. Oh, wait. Oh, what? That's right. What about the brand of gummies? Black Forest gummies. Okay. Black Forest... Isn't that like a... Isn't that like a type of, like, ham or something? You're only saying that because I don't have my tail. It's kind of a crucial part to all of this. But somebody is obsessed with removing it today, tonight, whatever. Yeah. I think as soon as it came off cooldown, they did it again. I started keeping it more on screen during the, like, later Persona because I realized, you know, I could sort of get a little bit more, like, to the left without getting in front of, like, dialogue and stuff. I wasn't too worried about, like, blocking, like, stats and stuff like that, because, like, I need to see that. You guys don't really need to. I think when I was blocking the amount of experience I got off the Reaper, I moved, but that's just because, you know, of course. It was like, dang, look at what happened. I mean, that's part of mine, obviously. Oh, God. Okay. I would say laziness is going to be a little prominent as a reasoning for certain things. I feel like when I'm ready, I'll probably do... Wait, what? Was that the most delayed message I've ever seen in my life? I swear it just told me again that Bunter subbed. What's that about? Am I... Why did it just do that? Yeah, it was like a weird banner went across the top of like my OBS, and I was like, what the hell is that? And it just said something like that you had subbed or something. I was like, oh yeah, like 10 minutes ago. Thanks. I appreciate you. But you're a little late. Ow! I don't know why I came down here. I have an E-liter. Will you get away from me? God. Oh. Oh. That was weird. I didn't see any ink on that umbrella, but, like, it just insta-died. I feel like we're doing okay this time on, like, specials, but nobody's picking up eggs. Like, there's just so many eggs just laying around. And I'm the E-liter. So okay. I guess I landed perfectly on the scrapper where I just immediately died. And I missed the rail. Oh God, please don't kill me. Yeah, it was really weird. Oh yeah, I forgot they're doing a model for you too. That'll be neat. I feel like I'll probably have a lot more stuff. Like, you know, don't hold me to this because I have no idea. But I think come December, maybe January, I'm probably going to start working on probably getting like a PNG tuber just for when I just don't feel like doing VTube, or if like the oh shit, it did. Oh, because I got, oh my God, because I got an emergency alert on my phone. I am now frozen in horror-ish of what I see on the emergency alert. It doesn't have anything to do with me, by the way. I'm not in danger. Until I can close it, I'll be stuck like this. But yeah, probably PNG tuber for moments where I don't feel like doing VTube or ow, God, my eye. Or if I start having issues with like hardware stuff, you know, like if something is just devouring my GPU and it's like, wow, it is killing my model, well, I can just bust out the PNG tuber. I also have some emotes in mind. I feel like there was something else. I don't remember. Let me get rid of this so I can actually come back. There we go. At some point I'm going to start working on some backgrounds for like actual like backgrounds for the scenes and stuff like that. I've already got plenty of ideas for those. I'm working on stuff. It's just taking me longer because, you know, despite being a VTuber, I am in fact not a like rich oil baron. And I'm not going to complain about my artist's prices because they are very fair and she does amazing work. So I have no problem. I just have to, you know, I have to ration out what my bigger moves are going to be. Ooh, that actually did like a surprising amount of damage. I'm not sure what happened there. Sorry, I'm locking in because we almost got it. Yay! Yeah. I have ideas. I feel like when I'm like ready, I'll do like a silly like re-debut stream. Nice backgrounds. We'll have like a real sub badge that wasn't me just making a silly April Fool's meme into a sub badge. And then we'll do like a silly like little re-debut thing where it's like it's also like doubles as like a ask me anything, you know. We'll just lore dump. Oh god. Yeah. Oop. Oh man. God, what are some of my favorites in that category? Some of well, those are more just gothic in general, never mind. I was gonna say, the Doomans in Phantasy Star Portable have really good outfits, but they're more Victorian Gothic, like more like stuff vampires would wear, I would say. Trying to think of you know, you could always do something like a variation on like Stocking from Panty and Stocking. I love her outfit. Trying to think of other good ones. I feel like there's more than that I know, but it's just not coming to me right now. I like Stocking's outfit just because, oh yeah, the doll. Yeah, that's a good one. See, but that also is like kind of more Victorian Gothic, I would say. Like, it's like that, like, I don't know. Like, I guess when I think of Goth Lolita stuff, I think it's a little more busy, I guess. Not loud, but a little more busy. There's usually a little more going on. But like that Victorian Gothic look is more like less is more. Like they're it's good outfits. Don't get me wrong, but little more subtle, I guess, and usually incorporates reds. Like usually there's more reds, which is why I usually end up saying like it reminds me more of vampires. Because I think even the doll, doesn't she have some red to her outfit? I feel like she does. It's been a while, but I feel like she has some red. You got red on you. um. Ooh. Well, shit. I would suggest someone who would maybe be perfect, but it's actually a Final Fantasy 14 person, and I am uncertain if I can show anything without it being technically like really spoilery. I wonder, is her, I wonder if you can buy her outfit, because if you can buy her outfit, I can just show you the outfit and it won't tell you anything about her. um, let's see if, ooh, I think it is it is, okay, it is actually an outfit. Oh, well, eh. Now that I'm looking at it, it's not, it's goth. It's gothy, but I don't know if it's like exactly what you're looking at, or looking for rather. But let me see if I can get like a good picture of it without, of course, including any type of damn it. That link literally has a spoiler in it no matter how I do it. Okay, let's try again. Um Okay, wait. There's somebody cosplaying it. Will that have a big spoiler in it? Oh, okay. I think we have a winner. Oh shit, that's a huge link. What the fuck? Is that even gonna fit? I'm just gonna DM this to you instead of posting it. Oh god, it is huge. Is this gonna fuck up? No, you know what? Hang on. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, just don't try to look up anything about that, but that's a solid, like, outfit that comes to mind. But again, don't look up anything about, don't try to find out anything about it because you'll accidentally, like, spoil something. Yeah, well, that's the first thing I thought was I was like, it's more pretty, like, pretty gothic. It's gothic because the character's, like, design is meant to be that way. But I remember, it struck me as like, ooh, that outfit was really good. I remember that one. That's a good one. I wonder if there's any good images of like the Dooman outfit from. Um, oh, there's. Okay, never mind. That one's way more colorful than I remember it. That is definitely the outfit I used, but I don't remember it being this colorful. That's funny. I thought this one was more muted colors, but this is uh, that's the one that I used in Phantasy Star Portable 2 for my Dooman. Not exactly what you're looking for, but oh my god, it's my evil clone! Yeah, it was easy for me to pick that outfit, but like I think you're looking for more, I assume, subdued and darker colors, and that one's a little more loud and like flamboyant. Not necessarily bad, but maybe not what you're looking for in this instance. Oh, nice shot. Okay. There we go. I'm trying to pick a target. I don't think I have too many more goth suggestions. I'm still like racking my brain, being like, how many like goth like characters do I? Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! No, no! Time to go. Boom, 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 boom. Oh god! Oh jeez! I literally did not see that small fry. Just walking under or behind that scrapper. I didn't see it until it was the scrapper was gone and it waddled out behind me. Yeah, that's the hardest part. It took me a while to stockpile references for what I wanted. Cuz I just had ideas. I know what Ronnie's ad. I looked over and saw the ad coming. I know what her normal outfit looks like. I didn't know, I guess, that she had more than one. Oh, God! Haha! Oh, gotcha. I was like, what? I was like, I know she has like an outfit, but I don't remember like a variation of it, but I also don't remember that much from Elden Ring, so surprise, surprise. I decided for goofs, because I brought it up the other day, to boot up Fatal Frame again, the like PS2 Fatal Frame 1. Just literally as like a little experiment to be like, is this like one of those games that like I'm gonna boot it up and be like, oh my god, you know, like you were such a baby, this is not scary. I got probably like 30-45 minutes in, and yes, it's not as terrifying as I remember, but that game, like the atmosphere just by itself is so like stressful. Like with me sitting there thinking this isn't that scary anymore, I was also aware that like just wandering around, my heart was beating faster than it probably should have been, and I, you know, like just the anticipation of something scary happening was enough to freak me out. I'm like, man, maybe next year, Maybe a fun, like, spooky Halloween idea would be, like, playing one of the Fatal Frames or something. Maybe... Oh, well, I guess the 2 remake will be out by then. I bet that's going to be terrifying. Because, like, the main problem with the older games is that, you know, the graphics are dated now. So, like, when you play, like, 5, even if 5 isn't one of, like, the scariest Fatal Frames ever, the ghosts look, like, so scary. Like, the tall lady, oh my god. I was like, I remember the tall lady from Maiden of Black Water, and I looked her up and was like, oh my god. Because the graphics are caught up to like PS3, 4, whatever area levels. And one of the ways that she can, because she's a random encounter, but a lot of the random encounters have like a scripted one that you can trigger. And one of hers is like there's a old like phone booth phone that's like ringing. And if you get close to it, it just stops. And then you hear like this weird distorted stuff. And if you pull up the camera, she is just next to the booth. And she's like 8 feet tall. And she's got these long arms. And she has this insane smile that she always has. And like watching a video of it, not playing it, I was like, ugh. Like, if this was real life, I feel like she wouldn't have to get me. You know? Like, I think the mere presence alone would have possibly killed me. Because she... What? Are you fucking kidding me? Because she looks so scary. Like, with the updated graphics and everything, she looks so terrifying. Okay, there you go. I was going to say, when's that scrapper going to get here? And I didn't bother looking up the ones that, like, actually scared me, like the falling lady. I'm convinced, because the one that truly scared me is the one from 2. And that's because a lot of the ghosts can teleport or, like, disengage from you briefly to come back. But she specifically reenacts her death when she does it. So every time she vanishes, her return and resuming attacking you is falling from the sky while screaming and then hitting the ground with a nasty crunch and then crawling around on her broken limbs trying to get you. I feel like, you know, obviously she's going to be in the 2 remake. And I don't know if I'm ready for that one. Gonna drag me right back to my childhood, and I'm gonna be like, or well, not childhood, but like when I was younger, and I'm gonna be like, nah, we're turning the game off. I don't think I can do this. Because with updated graphics, I can't even imagine how freaky she's gonna look. Ugh. Thanks for blocking 90% of those shots, champ. Appreciate it. I can't even remember all the ones from the first game that, like, scared me. I mean, all of them did to some degree, but... I guess the blind lady... Because she has the typical, like, blind enemy thing where it's like... She can't, you know, see you. But if she hears you, she can attack you, except she's a ghost. So... It's not like the Garrador in, like, Resident Evil 4, where, you know, you make a noise and it's like, "Rrr," and it comes running at you from, like, a million miles away or whatever. And you have time to, like, react. No, she's a ghost. So the minute you make noise that's on a level that like she can hear you, nah, she just teleports behind you and is ready to attack you while wailing about the fact that she has no eyes and she can't see. And suffice to say, I wasn't surprised to see any of these ghosts on that, like, list of like scariest ghosts in the series list. Oh. Okay, so maybe we're doing the strat. Oh god. Oh, okay. I see. It was just bad timing. I see what the strat is now, though. I get it. I think I was supposed to go back to that rail, but I wasn't aware that they were going to immediately attack me next. Kind of like that. Help! Help me! I panicked. That was my fault that time. That time it was my fault because I did actually just panic and bounce off the rail when I had it. Oh my god. I'm gonna come over here because I feel like it's me next. Yep. We just need like one more. Yay. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Special. We did it, it doesn't matter. I remember you reading that, it made me realize I only missed like one. Yeah. I don't remember which one, but I do remember being like, oh man, I guess they were like busy or something tonight, because usually they're here, but they not. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I vaguely remember that. Chunk, chunk. Mm. uh, oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard that like notifications tend to be like a little bit of a mixed bag for people. Sometimes people are like, "Yeah, I genuinely never saw that you were live." Mine are very bad on my phone because it almost feels like it's like selective about who it tells me like is live. So sometimes I find it easier. I literally leave a, well, I mean, I have a desktop, so I usually leave like a tab open on like the following page, and I just refresh it sometimes, being like, oh shit, so and so's live. Lemon squeezy, easy peasy. They're definitely a team. Oh, I don't doubt it. I that's why I like I try I follow everybody I want to follow, but I'll admit I hate. Oh, really? I hate when it gets to be like too much just because it is a little overwhelming for me. Oh, we're doing this, okay. They knocked me off! God damn it. But that's true of, like, everything for me. Like, I don't, like... It's why I don't usually do, like, Good job. It's why I don't join a ton of Discords, either. Like, I was in Goopies, I'm in Bunters, I'm in Nico's, and I'm in Mal's. But most of those, it's like, it's muted unless somebody directly pings me, because I just... It's just too much to me. Yeah, like I said, I really appreciated that, like, just because, like, that's pretty much why I'm doing any of this in the first place, you know. Share some things I enjoy, give people a little place to, like, hang out if they're bored, you know. I have no lofty goals. I've said it before, I genuinely just enjoy streaming so far. Which apparently is the biggest hurdle, is, a lot of people are like, yeah, people think they want to do this, and then when they do it, they're like, I actually hate this. I cannot imagine this being what I do for a living. I would rather die. So getting over that initial hurdle of like, no, I actually enjoy this. I'm having a good time. I think I overdo it sometimes because I think my greatest problem right now is sometimes I do treat this like a second job sometimes, and I don't think I should be doing that because it's not, first of all. But second of all, I feel like that might make me at risk of having burnout, is if I'm doing it, you know, some days not because I want to, but because I'm like, well, you gotta. You know, you gotta keep up that grind, you know, you know, you gotta do it. But I think I'm getting better about that. Like, tonight was not a... Like, I had already decided if I don't feel like it tonight, and, like, Bunter's not really feeling it, then, eh. You know, I'm fine with, like, taking a day before the big spoopies begin. Or, well, you know, a day of not streaming, and then I have to do other things, but you know what I mean. Oh, God, no! Yeah, you know, the weirdest part is I actually had somebody in one of my, like, earliest Yap streams, say that that's, like, their greatest fear of streaming. And, yeah, I just told him, I was like, look, I'm not very good at that stuff either, to be honest. I just slowly have gotten used to it. You know, like, I can yap and there's nobody in here, you know. No, like, there's definitely been a stream or two where there's, like, nobody in here and I just yap to myself. Which, okay. I guess they just were ready to go. And now that I'm kind of used to it, I don't know. Doesn't really bother me anymore. I don't know. Oh, God, I'm getting freaking pummeled. Let me up. No, are you kidding me? Okay, I was gonna say, I definitely had enough surge to get up there. I mean, I literally spent how long complaining about my voice and being weirded out by people saying it was nice, because I still don't get it. I've just stopped, like, I've stopped commenting because it's like, I've had enough random people and first time chatters come in here and be like, no, I like it. It's like relaxing and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, it's not just a fluke, I guess, so I'm not gonna comment on it and make a big deal out of it anymore, because even if I don't get it. Ow! Okay, well, I didn't know that booyah was coming right here. Die, die! Is that a king already? Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, the rest of it, I don't know. Kind of just... I don't know, it kind of came natural-ish, I guess. I feel like the best thing I started keeping in mind was, it was like, well, this is my space, you know? Like, I can do whatever I want here. I can talk about whatever I want. I can, you know, have silly, yappy streams if I feel like it. And if I decide I'm not comfortable today streaming, I don't have to. Oh yeah, like Zen. I mean, it works for Zen, obviously, because holy crap. They're doing very well for themselves. And a YouTuber I watch, he has a friend that uses text-to-speech. Which has led to some very funny moments, actually. I mean, again, it would be your stream, so if you wanted to do text-to-speech, you could. And then if one day you were like, you know what, actually, I've decided that I want to try talking, then you could, you know? I feel like that's like the best part of streaming, is like, it is your space, it's whatever you want to do with it. Yay! I was gonna quit after one more king, but that was like a fast king. So maybe like one more? Well, they dragged it to the other side of the map, so I kept, like, grabbing eggs and thinking, there's a whole bunch of eggs over here that I could do damage with, but I'm getting cut off by, like, specials and... What? Oh, I mean, I hope not. It depends on how long it takes. If another king starts taking forever, then I'll just be like, okay, never mind. But that one, I think my bar, no king for three. Damn. But yeah, like, I think my bar was only like half full, which is why I was like, I don't know, probably like one more king, because I figured that's probably like, you know, 3 or 4 matches, I don't know. But then, damn, next one, it was a king. I mean, I could cut it here, but I kind of want to get, like, just a little bit more. Because I'm not quite ready to stop. What other... I'm still trying to think of, like, other, like... Wait, what is this? Oh. This is old. Okay. I saw a thing that was, like, a new, like, Phantasy Star Portable was announced, and I'm like... For... The Switch? I guess that would, you could technically call it a portable, but it was like a really old article because I was looking up, you know, Phantasy Star Portable. It was just like, did you miss? Oh, okay. I thought I didn't hear the explosion of the what you call it. And the only reason I left was because I was like, they've got this. It's like a one-shot for them. They don't need me. And then I thought I didn't hear the boom, and I was like, are you kidding me? You missed? Thank you for the timely eradication of that enemy. You know what? How was I supposed to do that? Like, what the fuck? Okay, but that one was super easy. Don't do it. Might have to give up on all those. Oh, yeah, good thing. Yeah, good thing I did. No, I'm trying to bail. I was seriously just gonna grab that last egg and be done. Wow, wow. All these 2 FPS fish watching me. Maximum scrungly. Woo! Yeah, I can't reach it. Okay. I see you. I just have to get back to you. Be patient. What? Okay. Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah, you suck. Ping, ping, ping. Please don't. Okay. I can't, I was gonna say, I literally, when it gets that small, I can't see it. So I'm like, I'm trying to see where everybody's shooting. Well, can't, out of range now. You bitch. Sometimes they land on the grating, other times it's like, nah. I fucking missed that. That was my fault. Okay, didn't even give me one of those. Very cool. Happy that happened. I meant to jump and I didn't. Yay. I'll take that. I rotate. Boom, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Yeah, the Stardew, like it's in there. I actually found myself thinking about it today and being like, like, would starting a solo farm like throw me off a whole lot? And I ended up inevitably being like, yeah, probably would. And there's like a bunch of new stuff I haven't seen that's probably more fun to like, you know, first time, like while playing with somebody else as opposed to, you know. So I was like, you know what, just wait, just be patient. It's just such a fun game, and just the small amount of stuff I've seen that has been added since I played is so good. Yeah, that was my other concern, was I was like, I might start getting, like, confused on what I've done, like, what I've upgraded, stuff like that. Like, I did it with, like, Supermarket Simulator because, there wasn't really a lot of confusion. It was more just I wanted to see if I could unlock some of the stuff that we'd been looking at to see just like how useful it was, you know, or if it was just bad. I still want to play that again, but I'm letting them get like a few more updates in because they're starting to pump out some cool stuff. Like they put in what I wanted. Like there's weather now. Like I think it can like rain and stuff like that. Yeah, there's also like now you actually have to like properly cool or heat your store, but that also plays into the weather thing, because I think they said like, yeah, you know, like if it's raining it's going to be like a little more cold, so they might want like the heat a little higher. There may even be snow for all I know. I didn't read the weather one like to completion. I did not see that. Oh god. Here we go. What? There's like, I think what was he? There was something else that they added to, but I already forgot what it was now. Alright, not bad. But yeah, I'm waiting for them to get, like, you know, a decent, like, good chunk where if we come back to it, there's going to be a lot more to do. Like, I know that, like, I'm pretty sure the stuff breaking has been fully implemented now. Where it's not just, what was it? Like freezers or something? I can't remember. Like, I think other stuff can break now. Okay. I I literally can't get under that thing because of the grating. Oh. I got you. You can stay in your gun. I can't see. I really wanted that stupid fish stick. I don't know why I overcommitted to it though like that. You're in my way. Nice. But yeah, there's been a couple of updates from what I understand. I just don't I just saw the weather one and was like, yay. Like for me, it didn't even have to have gameplay mechanics. I like weather in games. You know, I like when it's like, oh shit, it's a rainy day or whatever. I mean, it's neat that it actually has, like, you know, in-game effects. Like, I don't mind that, but I genuinely, like, I was like, you know, like, I think even when we were playing, I was like, I wish there was, like, a little bit of, like, you know, like, maybe it would rain one day or something. Have some nice pitter-patter of rain. Whoa! Where'd you follow me from? Mm. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no, I've got the... Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Is that already... No, that's a normal one. Okay. I was gonna say, wait, was that already another one? God. Mm. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll do that whole, like, verify thing. It's just annoying, but I'll do it. I get why you're doing it. I'm not blaming you at all. It's annoying that it has to happen because there's potentially shitlords out there, but probably not tonight. I've already done, like, all my stuff. What the hell is it? Okay. I can't tell if that was something, like... It sounded like something fell. But there's, like... All I did was touch my desk for a second. I don't... I don't know what I could have knocked over. Oh well. Um, well, that's what I mean. It's like, I get it, but like, I it's a shame that it like has to be done. I've like done everything I need to do today, so it's like the minute I'm done streaming, I'm probably just gonna goof off and do whatever the fuck I feel like. I'm leaning towards a little more prep for the next Champions meet in Uma Musume, and then I'm probably gonna hop on Final Fantasy because I am grinding my fucking samurai class, and I am so close to where I need to be so that I can continue the main freaking story and be done with Dawn Trail at some point in this lifetime. Like, I think I'm down to like 2 levels. So it's like a dungeon or 2, and I'll be good to go. I feel like I'm gonna, what class would you recommend for? Well, okay, so, the funny thing that I had to learn when I first started playing is that, Final Fantasy is like a weird MMO in the sense that, everybody is expected to be doing damage, including healers. Like, because I prefer to be a healer in most, like, of those kinds of games. Which actually stopped me from wanting to even try healer for the longest time, because I was like, how the hell do I manage keeping everybody alive, but also I'm expected to be hurting, like, enemies? Turns out that was all unwarranted. Like, it's not hard at all. Like, I thought healing was going to be a nightmare, and now it's, like, easily probably my main class. But as far as damage dealers go, just any of the DPS roles, that's what they do. Like, their primary focus is, I'm hurting the enemies. I would say, out of, like, what, like, my favorites, I guess? It's, I don't think you get, Pictomancer. I think you have to have, like, Dawn Trail for that. Oh my god, why me? You know what, I'm gonna do the other one. Okay, well. Oh, I thought that was me again. I was about to say, holy shit, what am I supposed to do here? God, like, I'm trying to think of, like, I guess you would have access, to Samurai, I think, because I guess since you technically would be, like, having Stormblood, Samurai is really good. That's what I'm leveling right now. Samurai, if you can get the flow of their stuff down, holy shit. You do a lot of damage. Pugilist, which becomes Monk, does a lot of damage. They hit pretty hard. Like, even the friend that got me into the, like, game again was even, like, seeing my damage numbers early on when I was leveling Monk, and they were even like, oh my god, they were like, you hit really hard. Samurai is fun because Samurai, first of all, looks really cool. The flow of their attacks can get mildly confusing because they do have like a combo sort of thing that they do where you basically need to use moves in a certain way to build up these things that let you do like the major brunt of your damage. But honestly, it like looks and sounds more complicated than it is. Like, I got the hang of it really fast. And you don't even have to worry about that until level 50. Pre-level 50, you are just, you know, hit button, hit next button in combo, repeat. For range DPS, I don't have too much I can offer because the only range DPS I've played so far was Archer. I liked Archer though, and it turns into Bard, which lets you do like party-wide buffs and stuff like that because you play music. Oh, that sounded. Wow. Okay, I'm trying. You're a dick. I've heard Dancer is really good for range DPS. And then magical DPS, I've only used, I think Summoner. But Summoner's a lot of fun. And honestly, not that difficult, like, to learn. You kind of have, like, a rotation of, like, summon this, you get new abilities while that thing is summoned. Use those abilities. When that summon is gone, summon next. Oh god. Summon next summon, and then do that again. Like use that summon's abilities. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Actual psychopath. He's gonna kill you, dude. Bye. Damn. I guess this loadout is really good for taking out this specific king because holy shit. I don't think we lost a single one. Like, I think every king was a win. Either that or the crazies are out tonight and they're just murdering this thing and I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think there was one close one. But other than that, I think every one of them was a victory. Yeah, I thought so. I was like, man, I feel like every one of them has been a victory. You know what? That's like 3 hours. That's a short stream for me. And I can do a little more yapping, honestly. If you want, like, let me look at, you know what? Like, it's hard for me to remember all the, like, jobs in Final Fantasy off the top of my head. Because there are quite a few at this point. Ah, here we go. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so DPS, you have melee, physical ranged, and magic ranged. Melee DPS is monk, dragoon, ninja, samurai, and then I don't think you would have these two in the trial. And then physical ranged is bard, machinist, and dancer. And then magical range would be black mage, summoner, red mage, and you wouldn't have this one because I know this one's in Dawn Trail. Yeah, as far as like I don't know, like most fun melee DPS so far. I think samurai. It took me a minute to kind of understand how the combo flow works, but once I got the hang of it, I was like, ooh, I really like samurai. But I've heard good things about ninja. I've heard ninja's complicated though. Monk? Monk is pretty straightforward. It is really just like, I don't want to say it's like, it's not boring. I like it, but it is very much like, there's not much that changes the flow of your moves because essentially you have moves that set up your base moves. So like combat is basically use these three moves so that the other moves get set up for. Use this move that makes it where these moves become something else. Use those moves to build a combo. Use combo ability. Restart. Like I said, it's all going to sound way more complicated, like when you're told it, but then when you actually start doing it, it's like, oh, like Samurai seemed like a nightmare. Like I looked up level 50 Samurai and was just like, holy shit, am I going to have to do like homework to learn how to play this job? But then once I started putting it into practice, it was like, oh, okay, I get it. I got it. I understand. Um, And then ranged, I've only played Bard so far. I've heard Machinist is brutal, though. Like, Machinist is the one that people use for, there's these special dungeons that are called, like, what are they called? Like Endless or something? I can't remember. But essentially, they are these sort of, not roguelite, but like, when you uh oh no, story is you are always basically in the upper left. You'll see a it's meant to look like, yeah, deep dungeons. That's it. Thank you. It's deep dungeons. Palace of the Dead, the big tower. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I for some reason I can never remember what they're called. Um, but like Machinist is like the go-to DPS for soloing the deep dungeons. Like people, like it's still risk reward because you are like fragile-ish, you know? Like I've heard like experts be like, you can do it, but it still is a little bit of a risk because if things catch up to you before you take them out and things like that, you can only take so many hits before you go down, or you could just get bad luck with the modifiers on that floor. But every time I hear people talking about like, yeah, but like what's the best class to solo? They're like, well, if you want to do it quick and risky, you take Machinist. If you want to take like hours but get it done no matter what, take like Warrior. But no, story, you pretty much are always being pointed towards the story because in the upper left, there's a meteor icon. Uh, and whatever quest is right there, that's your current main story. And what you can do is if you click on it, it'll immediately pull up your map and show you where it is. So, if you ever get like distracted with like side stuff or anything like that, you can just click that. Also, if your current class has a class or like a class quest related like to your job storyline and stuff like that, you should always be doing those, by the way. um, there will be like a little bit of like text under the main quest with like a little thing pointing, and that means that you have an available quest for your job, which you should absolutely go do like immediately. And then all your like side stuff is over on the right side of your screen, like side quests, things that like unlock new things. That's all going to be over there, out of the way. And you can choose what to track too. Like if you're, yeah, like And if there's too much stuff piling up that you're like, look, I want to do this later, you can go into your quest log, and if you click the little square that's next to the quest, I think if you click it once, it lights up, which means it's priority, and it will always take priority over other quests. But if you click it again, it puts like the what do you call it? The circle with the arrow, the diagonal slash through it, the no symbol. Do not want. And that does like the opposite. It basically just hides it until you turn it back on. So if you're getting like overburdened with like side stuff, and you know, your screen's getting all cluttery, you can get rid of some of that. But the main quest is always up in the upper left of your screen. So you definitely should not be getting lost as far as, you know, and like I said, if you click it, it literally will pull up the location of it, so you can actually see like, oh, okay, so that's where I'm going. Yeah, that. Yeah. And it'll like, even if you basically completed like how to put this, like if you've completed like the story stuff up to where like, god, it's hard to explain. Basically, even if you don't technically, like, you are not, like, as the player, are aware of where you need to, like your story's complete as far as you could tell. Like, you just finished A Realm Reborn, and you're like, well, wait, so what do I do now? A lot of times that helper in the upper left, it won't tell you what the quest is, but it'll have a bunch of question marks. And you can still click it to be like, oh, okay, so I need to go here to start, you know, progressing. Another handy thing is side quests in 14 really are just side quests. They absolutely do not have to be done. Some of them will give you like emotes, you know. Well, I mean, I think that's a lot of people's problem with it right now. Is after they changed everything, it's, you know, oh, my song's still playing. Oh, yeah, huh. Yeah, that distracted me. I was like, wait, my song's playing still. But yeah, the side quests are literally just like these little gold exclamation points. And you can totally ignore those if you want to. If you need a little bit more experience, or you check one and they offer you like a reward that you really want, like there's just, I don't know, like an item or something that you're just like, ooh, I really could use that. But otherwise, they are genuinely just side content to kind of flesh out, I meant, the world and the lore of that area. So, you know, they're not completely pointless, but like the blue ones, if you see a blue exclamation point, those are like, this unlocks something. Like, you always want to knock those out, because it'll either unlock like a dungeon, or like a raid, or a trial, or new location sometimes, like or even a new job. Sometimes it's a new job. So like those usually are like a priority. Unless it tells you what the job is and you don't care about playing that job right now, then sure, you can ignore it. Like there's one in what you call it, Ul'dah right now that's, you know, just, I think it's called like Take the Red, and I know that's for the Red Mage one, and I'm not playing Red Mage yet, so I haven't done it. But you know, you can freely change jobs. I'm weird. I usually pick one and stick with it until it's like max level. And then I go play something else for a little bit and level that up to 100 and then go play something else. But yeah, like I said, if the Mikote are like your race, like of choice, that's a default race. So you could absolutely just play the trial and you could play it all the way through Stormblood to see if you are like interested in the game. Because that's a massive amount of content. Like it really is. Like a Realm Reborn's pretty decent, chunky, Heavensward is huge. Like Heavensward has a great base story, but then it basically has two like post like story arcs that play out. It's very long. Yeah, I mean I would say so. I don't know if that website has it might. Oh hey, it might actually. Let's see. Um Wait. What are oh god, yeah, Jesus Christ. um yeah, it looks like the shortest one that like averages out seems to be I guess a Realm Reborn. And it looks like it kind of hovers about 30 hours to finish like a Realm Reborn's like main like storyline from start to finish. Uh and then oh god, that can't be right. It's I mean it's an MMO, so it's like it is really hard to pin down exactly how long it's going to take you to do things. Heavensward does have the most entries in terms of like how many people responded to how long it took them to beat it, which is over 200 people. And the average of just the main story for Heavensward ended at 64 hours. So, and that's not counting, raids and all the extra stuff. That's purely just trying to get through the main story. Stormblood has about 150 people responding, and just main story, it ended up averaging 60 hours. So, you know, uh, yeah. So, if you end up wanting to just do the trial to see how you feel about the game, there's no time limit. It literally just you just can't progress past Stormblood. But that is a colossal amount of content you're getting for free. And, if whatever server you're on, I can, like if you're not on mine, I can come to yours and, like help out and stuff or whatever. So I can't help you like kill stuff because if I interfere, you will get like no experience because I'm too high level, but I could follow you around as a healer. I think as long as I'm not in a party with you, I don't think I steal your experience. I would have to look. But like in dungeons and stuff, it automatically syncs everybody. So I could actually go into dungeons with you and help you because if it's like a level 10 dungeon and I'm level 100, it will sync me down to level 10. So, which is a super cool feature that lets you actually, yeah, it's amazing. I love the sync thing, and you can turn it off if you like I have a friend that just wanted to get through the early raids because nobody does them anymore. Like sadly, I think it's even on the wiki. Like no joke. I think it's on the wiki that the Coils of Bahamut, which is like the early raid, um, literally, I think the wiki says this content is borderline like dead. Like people are not queuing up for it anymore. And probably the best way you're going to be able to experience it is either to wait until like, you're like super high level and just unsync it, because then that means you go in there as you are, or you get a friend to do it. Ah, there you go. Yeah, no, Final Fantasy 14 syncs everybody to the same level. Like whatever the content is, that's what everybody will be, regardless of what their actual level is. So, if you go into a level 40 dungeon and you're with a level 100 friend, you will both be level 40. It's super cool. It lets you do stuff together without worrying about like, oh no, I'm not getting any experience. But honestly, the stuff that you're doing out in the world, you really like shouldn't need help, to be honest. Um, at most, like the best way I could help you outside of like dungeons and stuff is bringing my Final Fantasy 15 car and driving you around so that you don't have to walk everywhere. That's like the best like help I could give you, because it would cut down on like a lot of your wandering around. Yeah, like cuz it flies. So it's like I could literally like as long as you tell me like where the quest is or whatever, or I'll look it up or something, I could be like, "Okay, I see. I'll drive you I'll drive you back there." Hey, I did it for a friend of mine before they finished A Realm Reborn. Because post Realm Reborn is when you start getting the ability to fly. I, just to help him out, I was like, "Yeah, just let me know. I'm not doing anything. I'll just hang out in the car, and when you're done, you can just get back in, and I'll drive you wherever you gotta go." And it's super. I assume you'd be playing on console, and I've heard that the controls are actually really friendly, and that there are even PC players who prefer using a controller. So you wouldn't be missing out on anything there. I admit I prefer using the controller for PvP. I don't know why. It's just easier. Well, okay, I prefer using controller for PvP when I'm doing uh like a DPS. It's just easier for me to control for some reason. If I'm doing healing and stuff, no, I prefer having keyboard and mouse. But yeah, I mean, if you end up checking it out, oh god, definitely let me know, because like I said, um hopping around on worlds is not like a big deal. You can literally just uh like once I know what world you're on or whatever, I can just hop on over there. Um it's pretty much just gear. Like this is not something I would worry about early game, but like later game there is materia and melding, but that is like arguably like late game. Like I'm done with Dawn Trail and I'm looking to create a set that is going to carry me in like savage raids and stuff like that. Then there's like builds, because people are going to be like, okay, well, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want your like skill speed to be X, and then you're going to want your critical hit to be blah, and you're going to, but as far as abilities and things like that, everybody learns the same thing. Class, like a sage that's, two sages that are level 100 are going to have the same abilities. Just depends on how you use them. As far as gear goes, I would argue that Final Fantasy is very nice about gear, because basically at level 50, and then 10 levels after that, basically there's a set that you can buy at a character that's basically in every main town, that sells a set that is considered like, this is the set that you get. Like the first set is called like the Ironworks set, and that's basically the level 50 set. Everybody should be going for that once you hit level 50. And then I don't remember the level 60 set, but it's the same thing. You know, it's like the level 60 set is sold by like the person that's in the main town of Heavensward. And that's the set you want to replace your last set. Let me snooze those. But yeah. Yeah, if you're tired, I wouldn't get started right now because the intro stuff is fairly long-ish. And that game is one of the worst about pulling you in and doing the whole like, you know what? I'll do like one more quest. And then, you know, 4 hours later, you're like, oops. But it's hard to recommend it more. I really enjoy that game, especially if you can do like the free trial. Like, genuinely, the only reason I didn't dabble in the free trial was because I knew I wanted to be a Viera, and that meant I needed to buy expansions, and they were all on sale at the time for like $30. I was like, yeah, sure, let me just do that. I'm good. And then I've never put it down, so I guess I'll quit yapping. Go to the screen. There we go. I'm now that I'm hidden, I'm also gonna look at how many hours I have in this stupid game. Do I want to look at this? Where do you even see that? I forgot. Profile? Oh, you can see it? Ah, dick. Damn it. Oh, I did not. I assumed that was yours. What is yours? It's got to be more than me, right? Oh God, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's 2,505. Holy, and I've been playing since the game came out. I was part of the like beta splat test, you know, of splat. Bleh. Well, I guess I kind of said it right, splat test. I didn't mean to say that, but okay. Okay, proper. I'm gonna hit the snooze again because I have snoozes to use. Yeah, this was gonna be a short stream no matter what. I just ended up yapping more than usual because, as usual, you get me talking about something I really like, it's probably gonna be a yap stream. But I had, oh wait, okay, wait, is Dawn Trail? Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I guess you don't have to buy Stormblood anymore. I assume. I guess, yeah, because, I mean, it's part of the free trial. Why would you need to buy it? I guess the only thing that you would buy would maybe be, like, the collector upgrade, because I think that gives you some, like... Yeah, so I guess it would be Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and Dawn Trail. But again, don't do that unless you're, like, sure, because I'm pretty sure all that stuff will torpedo your free trial. I think. I think if you spend money on this game, it like kills your free trial. I'm not sure about buying expansions, to be perfectly honest. Like, maybe not? I mean, I guess they have to because, you know, it's part of the free trial. The free trial when I bought the game was only A Realm Reborn and Heavensward, so I had to buy Stormblood through Endwalker, and then I bought Dawntrail when it came out. Yeah. But you need some. Yeah, like so, like starting like once you finish Stormblood. I almost called it Stormbringers, and I was like, wait, no, that's not right. Yeah, once you finish Stormblood, I'm pretty sure, yes, you need to have bought Shadowbringers, and then, yeah, you will also need a subscription. But if you're still doing the trial for the base stuff, they do sales, often-ish, where they will do like bundles, you know? So like if you're done with the trial or close to done with the trial and you're like, no, I really like this game. There are very often sales where they're like, no, you can get like, you know, I know they did one for summer. Yeah, they did one for summer where it was like you can buy like a whole freaking bundle of them and it was only like 20 or 30 bucks or something like that. It's crazy. So I would say, you know, wait, what? That's, huh? Huh. Anyway. That's... Wait, oh, wait, I found it. Oh, wait, no, that's Canada. What the fuck? Oh, wait, no. Wait, yeah, you're right. What the hell? Oh, wait, no. It's up at the top. There's a... There's a thing that says, like, choose edition. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what? I'm so confused. This is really complicated. Compared to, like, the way it works on PC. This is... Like, why can't... What is this? How do you get... Do you have to buy, like, the... Oh my god, this is like a mess. Yeah, maybe. Because I don't... That's weird. I'm on, like, the website version of the PlayStation Store, and it's like... There's a starter edition, which says it's... You get 30 days, and it comes with A Realm Reborn and Heavensward and Stormblood, which is weird. Why would you do that? That's the free trial. That's like a trap. Because if you redeem that 30-day play period, you lose your, like, your free trial. And this is the free trial. It's A Realm Reborn, Heavensward, and Stormblood. So why would you ever buy that? And then... So you have to buy, like, the complete edition now to get... I am so lost. This is so weird. Why is it spaced out like this? Maybe you have to do it through... Maybe you have to do it through... Mog Station? Hi! Sorry, you caught me yapping at the end of my stream. I'm trying to figure out... No, snooze those. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this, like... Oh, you know what? I could figure this out pretty quick. And yeah, I know. Sorry, I was gonna do a short one tonight because I've been going longer lately. Honestly, this is like my normal time, like 4 hours. So I failed at doing a shorter one, but whatever. But hi. I don't usually shill, but if you want to follow, you'll know when I go live next time. Anyway, Tyler, I can figure this out because I actually forgot that I know somebody who plays on PlayStation. So I'll just shoot them a message after stream and be like, hey, somebody I know is thinking about getting into the game, and the PlayStation Store is really complicated. They're just wondering, like, if they get through the trial, how do they just get, like, Shadowbringers? But yeah, you might have to get the set. I don't know. That's really weird if they make you, like, you can't just get an individual game. I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, I better stop yapping. Those ads are going to sneak up on me. I think I'm out of snoozes. Well, again, like that bundle is the one that goes on sale a lot. And I wouldn't worry about it until you are sure that you are interested and you're sure, like you've mostly barreled through, like, Stormblood. The only reason I bought that bundle is because I wanted to be a Viera. And I needed Shadowbringers. So it was on sale. It was like a no-brainer for me. But for somebody who's not sure they're going to be into the game, I would say, you know, make sure you like do the trial and figure out if you're going to have fun or not. Anyway, as far as schedule goes, I have my usual 2 days of actual, you know, real life stuff. But then Friday, it's gonna be the start of spooky month. I will be starting my playthrough of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and I'm really excited. And then because there's the green, like, wild card thing in Splatoon, I probably will do Saturday. I'll probably do that. And then Sunday we'll be back to Vampire. And then Monday will be... Let me check that schedule. Ooh. Monday will be Left 4 Dead. Another big fave of mine. But, yeah. So, let's see... Oop. I double-clicked. Let's see who is around. Mal is doing spooky stuff already. Odamame is doing art. Like Thero's doing Mario Kart. They really don't need... Or Sonic, sorry. I say... Mal? It says spooky starts now, but they're playing Minecraft. But they could be playing that spooky Parasite Minecraft. I forget what it's called, but... Oh, wait, no, it says Backrooms. So maybe they're doing Minecraft Backrooms? Oh, okay. Does that sound fun? I'm down for anything spooky. I get a head start on the spooky times. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll go there then. Easy peasy. Oh, yeah, it is like Minecraft Backrooms. That's funny. I've never seen that before. Intended for certain audiences, may contain significant profanity, vulgarity, and goblination. It doesn't say that. It says the first two. It doesn't say the last one. Okay. Let me do this. Top one's for followers, bottom one's for subscribers, but you don't have to do either one if you don't want to. Mal is pretty funny, goblin-esque. Yeah, like I said, I'll ask that friend, because I know they play on PlayStation. I'll ask them about the weird, like, expansion stuff. And then I'll like DM you or something. Nope, we're leaving. Okay. speed run the finale. Thank you for watching. If you're out there lurking, I love lurkers. Mwah. You are just as valued as the chatters that chat. If you ever want to hit that lurker tax to let me know you're out there, you can. That's all it's there for. You don't even have to talk. It just lets me know, like, hey, I'm out here. Hi. Hi. I'm hanging out. 2 days off and then spooky month. Okay. You're going to Mal now. Bye. I left my... Get out of here. Okay, bye.